I am so hyped for this, it's unbelievable. Hello everyone, and welcome back once again to Into the Radius. And today, that's exactly what we're doing. We're finally going to learn the nature of this place, at least that's the hope, by going straight into the heart of Pachorsk Castle. I have no idea what we're going to find in there, but I've been thinking about it all this time. I can't wait to finally get some answers. But I'll tell you what, I did read some of your comments for the previous part, and it's made me think about something that I had considered ever since we first went to Pobeda Factory, and I just hadn't been able to put it into words as well as you guys did. As I've noted before, there's something really suspect going on with the UNPSC and the nature of these priority jobs. They don't make any sense from a scientific perspective, and it seems like we're going on these dangerous missions just to retrieve these, personal knickknacks. Personal things from the lives of the people who lived here, but there's more to it than that. I mean, everything we've been doing has been almost a reenactment of things that happened here, but some of those things don't make any sense as something that happened in the past. As some of you noted, it's almost like there's some kind of time shenanigans going on here. I mean, who would blow a door open to some manager's office? Nice. And for that matter, who requests grenades as party favors for a wedding? And then we hear about what happened with that. It doesn't make sense for events like that to be playing out that way in their own time. It's almost like there's some sort of, stable time loop. It's not just trapping and preserving echoes of the people. I'm starting to think that maybe these things exist simultaneously, parallel to each other rather than one after the other. But look, we won't know for sure until we get in there. I know a final stretch when I see one, and I can already tell that this is going to be quite a stretch. A gauntlet of enemies, probably, running all up and along here before finally circling back around to a final encounter in the center. And to make sure we're prepared for that, let's have a look at what we're bringing. A full case of additional full metal jacket ammunition for our new FN-17. I actually had a look, and that CHP ammo gave us that 40% reduction in damage that we were seeing. So this right here is going to pack even more of a punch than it did in the previous episode. We've also got our safety Glock loaded with overpressure rounds, with reloads available, of course. No less than 3 healing items here, 1 more in here, and 2 regens. Grenades, snacks, gas mask, anomaly detector, melee weapons, everything. We're also traveling light with all this so that we can grab any lootables we find along the way. Although whether it'll even matter after all is said and done remains to be seen. After yesterday's events, the entrance to the jerk zone should be clear, which means we have a shot straight through into Pachorsk Castle. From there, it's all completely unexplored territory. Let's go. Yep. Come on. Yep. First blood. I really don't want to be using the safety Glock ammo so early. I mean, I know I brought plenty, but I just don't know what's waiting for me in there. We've got however much is in these 2 magazines, plus that little box, plus 260 rounds of Full Metal Jacket 7.62. And somehow it still doesn't feel like enough. Hello, Giant. Nice of you to greet me. Now, I'm not seeing any kind of resistance so far. Last time we were here, we cleared out the welcoming committee, and it doesn't seem like this job has given us any more to deal with. Oh, look, see, the first time I was here, I had mistaken that silhouette on the horizon as being different structures along a coast, but having seen the map, I can finally tell that that's not what we're looking at all. It's all one great structure. And we're going in. From under here... I have to wonder, did this happen by coincidence? I mean, in a place with so much history... Or did the Radius choose this place because of that? Unfortunately, we can't use any of these boats, which means we're essentially being funneled. But you know what? That can work out as well for us as it will for them. Quite a sight, isn't it? Well, let's storm the castle. You can come too if you want, but only if you're gonna help. Already the hazards are piling up. Alright, let's go. I probably shouldn't be using so much stamina like this so early on. But I can see the ghosts are present here as well. Always these little girls climbing to high places where they shouldn't. Oh, I can already hear a rift. Okay, we're gonna want to clear all of these things if we can. We don't need anything. We don't need anything coming in behind us. Nope. Where are you? I hear you. You're making it kind of easy for me. Which, if anything, just makes me really nervous. You guys really don't cope well with these corners, do you? Up! You, however, are a bit more of a challenge, but thanks to our armor, we're still holding up. I see there's anomalies here as well. Can we get an angle on you from here? Maybe not. I don't want to waste the ammo. This stuff is definitely much, much better. That black grass is growing here as well. I have a feeling we're going to be facing the culmination of every challenge we've seen up until this point. To be honest, I'd expect nothing less. Question is it going to try to stop me? Or is this something that it wanted me to see? The age of the Pachor's castle is still debated among historians. The first written mention of the castle dates back to 1540. For 4 centuries, it belonged to the Germans, Danes, Estonians, and Russians. During World War II, the 17th Company of Captain Degtyarev conducted its heroic defense against the superior forces of the German fascist invaders in the castle. Heroic, maybe, but according to Katya, there's some information left out of that story. Okay, there's a staircase in there. Perhaps that's what we're looking for. Let's keep our light pointed downward. Oh, okay, go. Where are you at? Maybe we can blow that to get a better line of sight, or maybe we don't even need to engage you. Maybe we can just go around. Let's watch through there. I don't see you. But we're not going to be able to open this. We've got to go through. Alright, crouch down. I can't crouch through here. That is so annoying. That would be so advantageous. Unfortunately, this anomaly means we can't really get good cover. Or good sight lines, for that matter. Okay. This is definitely going a lot smoother, but honestly, this doesn't really have the cadence, the pacing of a final battle, more a reflective final approach. Meant to make us think about what we're doing more than actually making it a fight for our lives. How are we doing on ammo? 2 rounds, let's top off. It always takes me an extra second to reload this thing. Because unlike the AKS-74U, I can't just pull the mag out, I have to actually press an eject button. Alright, who's out here? I don't see or hear anything, but because of my light, they'll know I'm coming long before I see them. Sure, I mean, I guess we might as well take this in case we have to top off. You know, I thought this would be non-stop action, but I'm not sure if I'm more or less nervous about the fact that there's plenty of gulfs of silence as well. There's no mistaking that they're around, but I don't know. Remember, unlike other places we've been, there's no cutting and running. The only way out is through. And every step we take is one more we'll have to go back if we decide to abort, but honestly, at this point, I think we're beyond that point. Even if I wanted to, even if I had to, I would find any possible way to see this thing through to the end. Oh. Those look like a set of main gates. Nope, not you. I was gonna try to get a melee kill on that one. All kinds of magazines, ammunition. Huh. Maybe we'll take some of this stuff in case... Yeah. This all looks very specific. All the same mag types, all slugs. I think we keep this in case we find whatever's around here. Did you drop a gun somewhere, perhaps? Someone on the Discord had mentioned that there's a pretty good shotgun to be found here, and I have to imagine it's related to you. Maybe later, if we don't find it in here, we can check outside the gate. I mean, maybe you managed to push it through. But then again, I have no idea if we're actually going to be able to continue exploring the zone after this mission is complete. I mean, it's paying well, but maybe that's just to throw me off guard. I have a feeling it's going to be dropping some pretty big revelations on us here. Let's see what we can see. Wait, is that Katya? You've gone completely black. Only your eyes are still glowing. And that is a Seeker. There was a glimpse of light down the corridor, so I went in. But now it's all black. I'm scared to move on. I hear something moving in the dark. Caught you a jump scare. Did something happen to you? Oh, I really shouldn't be using this ammo here. What can we see from out here? Not much. Presumably we'll be making our way around. I'm worried that that Seeker is still making its way towards us. And in here we'll have to keep our light down. Actually, now, nice of you to join us. Come on, walk right into it. Yes. Wow, from that distance! Oh, I thought the lights had just turned out on me. From that distance, that actually did a ton of damage to us. Alright, I just had to reload due to some glitchiness I was having. And now I'm actually not sure if that Seeker is back. I'm thinking probably because that barrel is back. I can't believe that that did so much damage from so far away. Yep, here you are. Safety Glock living up to its name. You know, no matter how much I play this game, those overwhelming sounds never get any easier to deal with. Okay, I can hear those electrical anomalies up ahead. Yeah, they're right there. Okay, let's turn the flashlight off and start tossing bolts. Yep. So keep left. These things are going to take a lot of our health. Yep. Although I think, yeah, we probably got back the health kit that we used after the Seeker explosion didn't work out the way I wanted. Through there? No? I can't tell with these things. I think we can at least go forward like this. At least to here, but not to there. Could have sworn I just saw something in the flash. Can't go that way. Gotta go this way. If anything comes in here right now, this would have been a real bad time to deal with a Seeker. I'm glad I waited after that thing saw me through the gate. Oh, you must have been here a while. All this dirt has piled up around you. They're over there. I'm moving very, very cautiously right now, but I don't know how to get through this. Ow. Getting very mixed signals from some of these throws. But it looks like we can go straight forward. That must be among the most narrow lines we've walked. I really hope you're not... Okay, where are you shooting from? Where are you shooting from? I think he shot at me through the wood, probably. Yep. Okay. Come on out. I'm not going anywhere until you do this. I don't want to use my grenade right now! How we doing? Still good? Okay. All kinds of ammo munition. Unfortunately, it's nothing we need. How deep is that water? Oh. It's decently deep, but worse, it seems to be glowing red, which is not something I want seeping into my pants. I mean, do you know how hard that would be to get out? This gear is expensive. I know you're out there. It doesn't look like we have a lot of alternatives. Another problem is, if they start shooting at us, it's going to be real hard to run for cover. And these guys will have no such issue. However, them being unable to shoot over these things gives me a distinct advantage. You always show up at just the right time, autosaves. We've made our way around outside to where we saw those enemies through the gates. Oh, and we can go through there, or we can climb up on top of the wall, get a better view at what's going on. I mean, it's absolutely infested with anomalies, but we definitely want to get a look. But we haven't even made our way into the main castle yet. There's still quite a long way to go. Oh, and look. It looks like the roof in the center has been, like, pulled up towards the radius. Okay, let's take a moment to gather our thoughts and look at where we are on the map. Oh, we've only made our way down the first leg of the trip. There's still quite a ways to go. Alright, let's heal up from one of these guys. You're the full one, so we'll use the other. I think we're doing well so far, but it's only going to get harder from here. That's an enemy, but not a shooter from the look of it. There's no way we're getting through that. Or this, for that matter. Yeah, maybe there's not really anything up here. Or then again, it looks like there's something right there. Oh, I don't know. High risk, high reward. That looks okay. Yeah, maybe this direction is doable, if not the other one. You, sir. Get a little closer so that we get the most out of this ammo. Thank you. It seems to thin out somewhat here. But was there a reason to come all this way? We can come down on this side of the wall, but we could have just walked here. Could we maybe thread the needle here? Oh. Being able to make some progress gives me confidence that we can make a lot of progress, but... oh, it is a minefield if I have ever seen one. Oh, this sucks. This sucks. Sucks actually even worse when I can't see them. I prefer them to be as active as possible. Anything in here? No. Maybe we can get over to that ramp. I'm hearing more enemies. My worst nightmare is to be caught by shooters out in this. But I think we've more or less made it. There we are. Oh, great. There's a gas mask requirement over here, which leads me to further believe that there's gotta be something worth salvaging. Alright, let's go. Very notably, we haven't had a hit on our artifact detector. Now, what's over here? Can we make our way along this walkway? Out of my way, ma'am. Coming through, and nothing we can deal with. But there was a very strange sound emanating from inside. Okay, maybe we can just barely skirt by. Well, it gives us an opportunity to get down where we couldn't before. There's actually a surprising amount up here. It makes me wonder if this isn't actually the main route, and I shouldn't have gone through that thing below earlier. Not using that surplus ammo anymore. Yeah, no, this is definitely the progression path. Oh man, I done goofed. I would have assumed that going into the castle would be the way into the castle, but whatever, we're in it now. I'll check it out on the way back. If there is a way back. Oh, please let there be a way back. Katya, what happened to you? I followed a strange ray of light that came out of nowhere as if I was in a dream. It led me up here. Just one look down makes me dizzy. And that haze, what is it? She's not even speaking directly to us anymore. It's as if she's coming through like a damaged tape recorder. anything down here, besides a meeting of further ghosts. This looks like it leads inside. A look in there, but not a way in for ourselves. Well, up here has gas, but seems relatively anomaly-free. At least as far as we need it to be. Yeah, this really does feel like it's the culmination of everything we've learned. Like a final exam after the zone was just trying to teach us how to navigate within it, its rules. It's almost like it always wanted us to come here. I mean, first it sends us through that wave of enemies, now through a wave of anomalies, but none of it, all that, okay, bad spot, bad spot, bad spot, real bad spot. Hang on, wait, can we get this close to the wall? Oh wow, that did a number on us. Okay, but we have a moment to heal. Oh good god, there was just no good cover. You know, maybe it is a hostile place. Maybe I've overstayed my welcome. Maybe I don't care. Maybe I'm gonna see this place for all it's worth. Maybe I paid good money for this game. It's my $20, and that entitles me to the world, as far as I'm concerned. I am a gamer, after all. I can't see where that sniper went. Okay, you guys, come close so I can smack you without leaving cover. Wow, you were really taking some punishment. Okay, perhaps, oh, I think I just lost my machete. Bang, and bang. Now, where's your friend? He's gonna be the much bigger threat. Yep, there's one. I think he's down. What about the sniper? Oh, I'm not gonna be able to see him through all these anomalies. Oh, it's you. I've actually started to find that now that I have the ammo, it's easier to just pick these guys off with rifles. Don't even bother trying to dodge them. Ow. Now you're more of a challenge. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that now would be a great time for a stalker snack. And one of two things is... Oh, crap. No, it's not. Wow, they actually thought of that. First time I've seen it. I think we just have to sprint and hope we're okay. Down into this ditch right here. And hopefully that'll get us some better cover. Okay, come on. Ow, 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 ow! Alright, rearm, heal up using that regen. Where are you? There's our buddy from before. Yep, there's another one. So there's at least two out here. One sniper and one with a machine gun. It's another one of these pieces of cover that's open down below. Where are you at? I don't know where that sniper ran off to, that's the problem. Oh, please don't get me stuck in this ditch. Come on. Alright, we're moving up at least. Thank you, save. Could really use your help right now. I can hear one over on the left. Don't see anybody else. Oh, there's one. I just saw the sniper. I think I hit him once. Oh, come on. The mag is empty. What? Maybe I used my other one from before. I gotta top these things off next opportunity. Come on out. That's you. One more. There we go. Oh, this thing is such a godsend. I don't know how much of that you'll be able to see since we're wearing a gas mask and in left eye view, but I think at this point we can take it off. Now, according to this thing, We are almost there. I'm gonna take a moment to have myself a stalker snack now, prepare, rearm, load up our magazines. I'm actually really glad that it's giving us this opportunity. But things are starting to seem more unstable by the minute. What does something like this do for a final act? That's what I'm trying to consider. I mean, I was able to get a general idea for what the gameplay would be just by looking at the map, but after all this, what do you place at the end of the tunnel? Is it going to be a test of our capabilities, or just something that throws our whole world on its head? Not that I'm not anticipating either at this point, but I don't know, it's cast so much doubt on everything. Alright, let's try and get through there. Also, sorry if I haven't been commentating too much during that last stretch. It's very, very difficult to commentate while simultaneously trying to squint at pixels. Now, there's got to be some kind of goodies up in this watchtower. Man. Standing at the edge of this water, it's like, just how far does this go? I don't like the sounds this thing is making. Come on, don't do shenanigans now, please. Thank you. Kind of makes me wonder what would happen if we were to get in a canoe and just start paddling. We've seen what happens when we run off randomly into the fog, but I mean, what happens if you do so by water? Oh, it's giving me a whole lot of ammunition. And even another magazine for my current weapon. It's in bad shape, but maybe it would be a good idea to load it up just in case. More slugs. And don't think I didn't see that note. Measurement of Rubachev Holton radiation. 30 kilometers to the supposed epicenter. We start moving towards the center. Indicators within the margin of error. We continue to move. 8 kilometers. The reading starts to slowly creep up. 3 kilometers. The readings of the sensors jump sharply. 500 meters. We see it. I would like to come closer. We're leaving the car here. I'll finish this later. Curiosity killed the cat. Is that a warning? Well, it's one I won't be heeding. Something I'm only now having a chance to pay attention to. Look at these tire tracks. I mean, it said we're leaving the car here. Did somebody actually manage to drive up to this thing? I mean, I suppose it could be from before, but I don't know. Given all the terrain deformation, it seems like something like this would be more recent. I also have to say, I'm keeping a sharp eye out, because it's just so suspicious to me that we've only encountered one angel during this entire thing. If they're the knights, I can't wait to meet the king. Is that the car? The one from the note? I hear somebody moving out there, a spawn. I really wish we could do a Lamar on one of these things. You know, debeak it, put it on a leash, keep it as a pet. I mean, I'm honestly kind of amazed we don't have one of these just kind of walking around at Vano. Vano? I never really figured that out. But I can already hear the singing from within. Have you got any useful information for us? I'm just trying to have a look in amongst all the seats and stuff to see if there's any notes, but there's definitely a rift in there, so that's going to be our priority. Tell you what. Yep. Yeah, and stay out. Yeah, that's what you get for trying to sing. We don't do that around here. But it didn't get the rift. I hear him. I heard it. I heard angels. I definitely heard angels. We can't listen to Katya right now. That's 2 down. Up, up! Okay, that went smoother than it could have. But remember, none of this counts until we get that rift. I don't see you. I think there's a sniper up there as well. Through here. Oh no, that's not a door. Nor is this. Ow. Okay, whole lot of stuff in here. I guess that's why they call it a castle, huh? Top off with a fresh mag. Because I don't know how many bullets that was, but we only have 20. Yep, I see you. Gotta get up on my tiptoes. That's good. I know there's a couple up there. I can see them. It's you. Oh, wow, that was actually a pretty good shot. I didn't think the hitboxes would work out there. Oh, we're doing very, very well. I love this thing so much, but I can't tell if that rift isn't above us. I think it is. Up! Up, up, up. All kinds of shooties happening here. Okay, we gotta back up, we gotta back up, we gotta back up! Okay, I think you're down. You. Ow. Okay. Is that another one right there? It is. Okay. Not bad. Now, up there. Haha. Anybody else? I think there was somebody hiding over there. Yep, there you are. We gotta get up quickly. Who he is. Oh, wow, that really did a number on us. Let's use a regular healer. Thank you. We don't have a tremendous amount of ammo left. We used, like, a lot of what we had just in that firefight alone. I think we have to climb up here. How much ammo in this? 12 rounds. Oh, God. Oh, God. Ow. Move, 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 move. Ah, there's so much! You're down. Up! Don't have time for you. It's probably the last of it, right? Yep. Alright, until I get a moment to rearm, we're gonna have to just kind of run around and do this. Safety Glock, it's up to you now. And it's gotta be right in there, or at least I hope it's right in there. I think the rift will only spawn one at a time. Oh, we don't have time for this. There we go. Alright, we can afford to take things a little more smoothly now. I'm trying to do the top-off-a-thon, but I can hear them moving around out there. Whoa! Oh, you guys were conducting a special operation to come get me, huh? I don't know if that's impressive AI or what, that I'd gone quiet and they just decided to come try and outflank me. And they were doing so silently. I mean, I could hear them walking, but I didn't know they were coming right up here. Usually you can tell. Anyway, it is apparently now 1:30 a.m. And not that you'd know it to be here. And look, we have not even really needed this light for the most part. Although it certainly does a lot to calm my nerves. It also helps to know that you guys are gone and can't come back. So let's stick that in there. Huh, this artifact detector is still going off. We must be close now, though. We must be. That was a whole lot of enemies. And while there was previously a chorus of that ghostly singing coming from within here, now I can't hear a thing, except for the click of the detector and the rumbles and thunder of the radius itself. It's getting more frequent, more rapid, but I still hear nothing. This is the destroyed roof. I actually just went down and had a look, and she's not even outside anymore, so whatever observation she has to make here, that's all we've got. So where are you leading me? Is it where the light came from? Ah, what's this? Now what? Well, I guess now we have to do our job. Find that artifact. And I bet that pedestal is exactly where it'll be. What is this?
You impressed us, Explorer number 61. You made it. All went according to the plan.
What's that voice?
So,
I can't move.
what is it like being a hero, a savior, the chosen one, or the destroyer? It was you who invoked the event, didn't you?
Who are you? What is this place? Was it your plan?
No, you did not. Are you upset? You could never be the one, because there is no you. You are a mere echo of many people, an illusion, a composite image. Your dear Katya never existed, too.
What are you saying? I am real. Please don't listen to it.
She is your personal motivator that led you to the center, the castle, me. Congratulations. You made it here. Iteration successful. I am satisfied. Should I reward you?
The second one.
Take this gun and make your choice. Kill her and you will be free to live an ordinary life outside the radius.
No, please. I'm so sorry I brought you here. I didn't know any of this until now.
Kill me, and I will give her human form. She will live, all her memories will come true, but you will vanish. Choose your reward, Explorer number 61.
I don't think we can trust it about letting you go. But please, I'd rather die than stay trapped in here forever. If neither of us is real anyway, we can't die for real. Don't be afraid to shoot. You can stop it all right now.
What will it be, Explorer number 61? Do you want a name, a home, a future? Or are you going to play the hero and the sacrifice? You must understand that you can't harm the Radius. The work in progress here will continue.
So, what do I do if I threw the gun away? I thought I was being clever. Obviously, we can't trust it. Obviously. It's even apparent in our own perception. It's like it's trying to tell us one thing, but it can't stop us from reading the real intention because, like it or not, well, it says there is no radius, but I think all of this, the collective sum of my experiences and whatever they may be, well, it's a simple I think, therefore I am situation. Maybe there's another way? You know, that worked out better than anticipated. Well, I guess we're just back to work. No, seriously, you're not gonna give us, like, an ending on top of that? I mean, clearly it was a valid choice, but... Hello? Okay, something's still not right here. Safety Glock? It's coming from here. Oh, it's the artifact that we found in the place. Grail. Dazzlingly bright and raven black. Oh, we just got an achievement. Soft and hard. The Grail attracts the eye and mind. It reminds of the mysterious nature of the radius. More than anything else. I suppose all of that is kind of supported by the notes. All of these people having experiences with the zone, but never actually intersecting, never seeing each other. Maybe there's only one, I guess, iteration of a consciousness per instance. Just a gauntlet for us to navigate our way through. But to what end? That's the thing. I mean, it said reaching the center made this a success, but what does a success mean? And what it said about us not being real, about her not being real, but she doesn't seem to think so, but then maybe it's just speaking through her in an attempt to confuse me even further? And presumably a being like that would already know what kind of choice I'm going to make. Or it wouldn't matter what choice I make? I don't know. Tell you what, though, we do have... good point, indicator. We do have the benefit of saving. So let's just see how all this shakes out. Let's try this.
I'm finally free from this place. Thank you. Farewell. For 1.5 million of this planet's years, the consciousness present in these words slept beneath the earth. It was waiting for something without knowing it. 16 years ago, it was awakened. Since then, it has been waiting actively. Explorer number 61 was released from the radius 1 year ago. He was given a human form, an identity, a place to live and a place to work. There is a young woman by his side now. Her name is not Katya. He thinks about Katya more often than he would like. He thinks about the zone as he goes about his work, his errands, his ordinary human days. There are questions he asks himself that he cannot answer. The consciousness present in these words is still waiting.
Now that could be interpreted as dropping us back here for gameplay reasons, or it could be interpreted as, well, almost similar to another game I played that I don't want to spoil by naming, but, well, for all we know, that whole reality, that whole releasing us, Well, that wasn't real either. Maybe it just constructed that for us to make it seem like it upheld its end of the deal and then pulled us back at a later time. Alright, well, if we are going to do this for completeness' sake, I'd say this calls for one of these.
All the necessary data has been reported.
Are you alright? What's happening to me?
After he made his choice, something happened to me. I felt myself separating from the being I'd only just realized I was a part of. It said to me, although, no, it didn't speak, we were still connected. It let me know through impulses sent directly into my neural networks. An act of self-sacrifice has just been performed, and you are to be its beneficiary. Then I was overcome with vertigo and blacked out. When I came to, I was standing in a field. It was speckled with wildflowers that were brighter than anything I'd ever seen before. Blades of grass tickled my ankles as a warm summer breeze blew through the field. A girl of 8 or 9 grabbed my hand. "Katya, come on. Mama and Papa are waiting." Go, I'll be there in a moment," I said, squeezing her hand before releasing it. She threw me an over-serious look. That look children sometimes get when they're trying to prove they're really already adults. Then she shrugged and ran off. I spread out on the grass, face turned up to the sky. A single airplane traced a contrail across the boundless blue. Explorer number 61, wherever you are, even if you are only in my mind now, thank you. Thank you.
Well, that certainly seems the better of the three. Although, as with all of these, I don't know if I can really trust it.
No mission detected.
Yeah, I'm going in, base. Thank you. If it really is within its ability to do all that, then... I mean, maybe I've been misunderstanding this. Maybe it's not just here. Maybe all life on Earth is just that one collective consciousness, trying to experiment and test and see what it can make happen. Huh. Did this change, or am I just now noticing it? All three of those endings certainly have merit, but oops. Well, I guess that's gone forever. Yeah, all three of those endings certainly have merit, but I think I like the last one the best. Because it's the only one where someone gets to go on and live a life. Honestly, I can't believe it was actually granted, but hey, take the good for the good and the bad for the bad. I'm not a real person, but maybe she can get to be. Which is actually a great way of sort of hammering home the relationship between the player and the character. I mean, we really don't have anything to go back to. I don't know what just happened there. Both in story and in game. I mean, all we do is we're someone who comes into this world, completes missions, fights bad guys, and that's it. We don't even remember anything from before. We never had a personality. But her, even if it was an artificial construct meant to give me something to do, well, maybe by letting her go, we can both become more than that in that way. Me for coming to make that choice, even from starting from non-existence, and her to actually get to exist. To use that personality that was meant to sway me and actually bring that into a way she can influence the real world for the better. What's cool is that we kind of need all of those endings in order to get the full picture. I mean, from the me escaping ending, it sort of makes it feel like this thing has always been around. Makes it feel like the whole human experience is just one big fever dream meant to arrive at a certain conclusion. One which hasn't yet been reached, but we're getting there. I'll be honest, the difficulty peaked for me when we first went to Pobeda Factory. After that, well, it's rare for a game for me to actually become more fun the farther we go, culminating in that amazing final mission. Felt like the culmination of everything we've learned, a final test, which is what you want from a last level. Not just to be absurdly difficult, but to be a scenario in which you have to put all your skills to use. Every aspect of this game, from the missions to the open world, the exploring, the interactivity, and the way all of that integrates with the story, that perfect balance between realism and fun, that's just the thing about it, isn't it? Everything about this game is in service to fun, without being so gamey that you sort of lose the story itself. I love the ambiguity in the story, and how it never forces you to engage with that ambiguity until the end. And it's up to you if you just blindly play the fun stalker game, or if you actually think about what your place is in this world and what the world even is. Of course, it does force you in the end, but even then, it leaves you to wonder about what the implications of what we learned actually are. It's hard. I mean, it's by far the hardest VR game I've ever played. But it rarely feels unfair. I mean, it's the only one I've played, really, that doesn't baby the player much. It expects you to do all kinds of crazy things, maneuvering with your gun, reloading under fire, having to manage, like, upgrades and equipment and all that in the field. But the enemies are such that they're not just there to overwhelm you. They're just slow enough that it's doable. They're smart enough that you actually feel like you're in a battle with something that's trying to kill you, and not just something that's there for your amusement. So when I'm under fire from a squad of enemies, they're doing things like fanning out, trying to find different angles on me, not bunching up, hiding in the shadows. And so you have those intense moments where you're crouched behind a rock shooting at shadows, new fire coming from positions you didn't even know they were in, and yet they'll rarely rush your position, which both gives the illusion of them being a much deadlier and more intelligent threat, while also allowing wiggle room for you to work within the limitations of VR, to get to cover, to check your ammo, mess with your gun. It knows these things take a little longer, and it just makes it seem like the enemy is smarter while allowing you to do that. Everything in this game sort of acts as a modifier on engagements, forcing you to modify your own thinking. I wrote up like a whole essay one time on the difference between good and bad difficulty, where I basically said that bad difficulty is when you basically kill the player arbitrarily sometimes so that you can say you're challenging, where good difficulty are factors that force the player to adapt their mindset to how they go about the game, basically mold the player into the intended experience. And this game falls very, very neatly into the good category. There's just so much going on in terms of smart design that you don't even realize, which is, well, that's exactly what you want, isn't it? Because it never feels like it's reduced to mechanics. It always wants you to be immersed. This was a really cool game, and I'm definitely going to play it more on my own time. Unless you think there's other things that are worth seeing in videos, if there's anything I missed or didn't understand, please let me know in the comments. But for now, I think I'm ready to get some rest and leave the zone. At least as far as my waking life. But if you like this series, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this game out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one.
Active mission as not confirmed.
Way to ruin the mood, computer. Oh wait, what happens if we try to shoot this thing? Yeah, boop, 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 boop. There was never any ammo in there, was there? Wait, I almost forgot to mention, yes, I am aware of Into the Radius 2 being announced, and yes, I am very excited.